Like, I don't like how bosses follow you like that. You should never do that. Because what ends up happening is they just, like, look at this. This should not be a thing. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 25 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man Super Fighting Robot. I do like that we have letters in this game, replay value up the roof. Is there a way to... Yes there is, press select. So did we unlock anything for these? Oh yeah, we can... So we can replay the stages, I guess? Oh, it's a boss rush? So this way I could actually show you the boss again and again. Well, let me ask you a question. What could happen if we soaked this game in trash? Would we just leave it there? I'm kind of a wizard. Zap, that was a joke. Is it time to retire? The artwork is extremely good in this game. I like the state select and the Robot Master sprites so far are pretty good. I would love if the tippy-toeing worked every time. You can see that sometimes it doesn't do anything. I would love if it worked every time you press the button. But I think in some other games it does work like this. Again, if you can improve a design, just do it. You don't have to do everything exactly the same. And of course, you can just jump down there and kill yourself if you're into that. Very nice graphics. I love the foreground and how it separates from the background. It's extremely well made. The darker color works extremely well in the background, and you can easily tell that this is a conveyor belt. Well done. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe it. There is a beak, but the design is different. So now it makes sense that it works differently. You're now one of my favorite developers. Holy shit. The one thing that I've always talked about on this series. What to do if you want to bring some familiar enemies back, but you want to make your own design for it. This is what you do. You alter the looks of it. Nice. Fucking brilliant. Oh my god, it's like I'm getting my dick sucked by God. Although one thing that doesn't make sense is that he can fire twice, even though he only has one opening inside him. That sounds strange. But you can see when he fires once, that makes sense. But how can he fire twice with the same little opening there? Oh well, it's a fucking video game. That is brilliant. That is excellent. Oh boy, what the fuck's that? Holy shit. It's actually well made. I like how he completely ignores you if you stay still. It's like a black mitt. I'm just gonna call it a black mitt. Don't tell me it's he has an afro and a comb inside it? Because that's what I see. It's like a black mitt with a comb on his hair. You know, like some dudes put the comb inside their hair and it just sticks there. That's kind of what this guy reminds me of. Holy shit, it's a bomb. Did not see that coming. Maybe he could blink or something to make that a little more apparent? Because now you're just gonna learn by taking damage pretty much here. Huh, that's a big explosion as well. That's a huge explosion. I would rather make it the Trill Bomb explosion. That's a huge explosion. These axes do have patterns and they work fairly well if you just pay attention. And a little twitching again with moving platforms when you are running against the wall. We've seen this before in other Game Maker games. So that's pretty typical, just not sure if that's something you can fix or not. It's kinda strange what happened there, if we can kill this. Positioning not the best here. Oh! Oh nice, it scrolled itself off. Strange music, but I love it. And it's nice that the items actually scroll with the platforms. And it's easy to tell which side they are going for. Oh boy. You just don't wanna kill these guys. And he's stuck now. I do like the design, just the explosion is a bit too big for my taste. Yep, I was expecting that. Good design there as well. You can easily adjust to this guy. It's like an anchor. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky because there's an enemy we can't kill, accompanied with moles, but it seems like the moles are not random like in Mega Man 2, so I actually prefer if they are patternized like this. That gives you a chance to learn where they come from and not just come from random spots like in Mega Man 2. Basically, in Mega Man 2, if you stop, they never appear from under you. So this is good that there's an actual pattern for these guys here. It's a bit easier to adjust to. Of course, this is a bit... when you're going for the E-tank, you have to go back and forth a bit too much, in my opinion. I would have made the section a bit shorter there. This is not something you'd see in a normal Mega Man game, but it's fine. Doesn't bother me. If you time this right, you can just be on a slide sprite all this time. But you have to know the rhythm, otherwise doesn't work. It's kind of an Easter egg for me to find stuff like that. Oops. I always hated how moles take several hits. If I made moles for my game, I would make them just take one hit and be done with it. Because they're just small trills, basically. You don't have to make them take like 3 hits. Would be much cooler. You would feel more satisfied killing them with 1 hit. So this is... almost how you're supposed to do that part. Oh god! Okay, that's a bit... I didn't see that coming. I would have made the openings for the tellies a bit more clear. I really didn't think that the background would turn into a main element in this screen. So have a door or something on there that just stands out more. Because a little like black rectangle is not gonna grab your attention. Of course you know about it now, but it's too late now when I already took damage. But I do like the tellies, they're like a bit more hectic. They like follow you and home on you, I like that. But yeah, that background object for that was a bit too hard to understand. What is that? Oh god, what's going on? I'm not sure what happened there. Why did the screen flash? Well, that's good, you don't get hit by the chain. But man, is this a bit hard. Oh! If I designed those axes that swing back and forth, I would have given them... I'm not sure what that's about. I would have given these axes more frames. Like, see how they... like, they only have 6 frames when they swing. So it's a bit hard to adjust to, but if they were fluent, like if they moved more smoothly, I think it would be easier to dodge them. But since they only have 5 frames, that's creating most of the difficulty here. I don't understand how that keeps nailing me. Huh, I've died now several times the same spot. I'm not sure why the screen flashes on that enemy. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, I'm not sure why the axe... Man, that's hard to pay attention to. Well, at least now we skipped it. This reminds me of the spot in Bomb Man stage. Man, that's fast. Tilly's... I'm not sure I agree with this positioning here. So when the tellies just keep on coming and the beak on the left wall is shooting at you, you have so little space to battle all of these. I would have probably left the beak out of this and just keep the tellies. So I think have either one of those, not both, especially when the positioning is not the greatest. See how the item kind of split in half there? I'm not sure what happened there. So this enemy, it does have an animation which I like, because animations really help the player to understand how something works. But this guy is kind of like, the first time you see this, you're not gonna know what's gonna happen. But after that, it's fine. I like the enemy after you've seen what it already does. And respawning here is a bit problematic at this part. So I would have probably, yeah, the respawning is extremely heavy in this screen. Accompanied with the beak, this screen is a bit more difficult than it actually needs to be. So aligning those enemies a bit better would have helped that screen. Respawn is so heavy on that. I'm not sure I like this axis, to be honest. If they always did the same pattern, that would have been a lot better, but since they alternate, I would have probably made them more orange when they do the faster pattern. Maybe that would help. Because it's kind of hard to read when you're playing the game and moving. You have to stop constantly and see what they're doing. But it's not too bad. I'm not sure what that's about. Like, why does the whole screen flash with that enemy? Maybe I'm missing something. But you can hold down the button and release the dagger when you want. That's pretty cool. I really like that. Kinda reminds me of Needleman's weapon, but just improved. Because you can spam it and you can hold it down. So it's very cool. Man, that's a nice effect when you switch weapons, the background changes. Very nice effect. Ah! Man, what is this about? What is the flashing about? Someone tell me in the comments if you know. I saw two axes there, I'm not sure why. Maybe it was my brain. So, good spot to farm if you're missing some energy. So it doesn't hurt enemies when it's still, so it has to move, the dagger. Kinda makes sense, if you think about it. Oh, that placement was super ass. I'm gonna explain why. Let's go examine that a little closer and see why I don't like that placement. Alright, so here is why. So first off, with the moles, you try to rush past these. And you try to position yourself like right here. Then you're like, alright, I need to be fast, because this axe is on my way. So I try to be fast and go like this, but then, oh god, there's moles here. So essentially what this means is that the game is punishing you for doing exactly what they were asking for you to do, which is hurry up on that part. So, needless punishment for the action you should have taken in the first place. So, right here I would have removed this mole on the left to give the player more flexibility to deal with this situation here. Because now, when it's here, it's just giving you the middle finger for actually making that jump. And that is again punishing the player for no reason. It doesn't matter here, because you actually you get to see what's going on. But the part previously, there's no way for you to know what's coming. So you're just gonna have to go fast, and when you're going fast, it's like, too bad, you still get fucked. Again, this positioning is not the greatest. It's just before the gate and there's so little room to maneuver. Most people will just rush through this and take damage. Yeah, it's so little space there. The music kinda stopped abruptly. Alright. Oh, that straight up hurts us. Okay, I was expecting for us to actually just get stunned, but no, that hurts us. They will learn. So again, I believe you can no miss, no damage this guy, which is a sign of a well-designed boss. Takes some time to get used to that. He damages you straight up when he slams the ground, so that's one thing you gotta get used to. So basically when he flings the axe, and when he uses his buster, so to speak, you're gonna have to react in a different way. That's the only thing to this. So let's see how well we can do this time. When he raises his axe, it's a different attack from when he just slams his axe down. It's a pretty cool design. Kinda hard to get used to because he does those attacks so fast. Oh. So you can't... There we go. It's a bit... there's something weird going on with the menu. Oh, I was in rush coil first. Huh. Of course, if you're far away enough, makes the fight a bit easier. I do like this fight. It's not as good as Dagger Man in my opinion, but it's still pretty good. I would have probably created a mini stun for that stomp and not just do damage straight on. That's a bit punishing, but a bit too hectic, a bit too fast. I would have probably given it a few more frames before he does his attacks to really drive home the point that he's gonna do something and give the player a bit more time to react, but other than that, very decent boss. Alright, let's go check Leaf, man. I like how they jump from behind the scenes to the foreground. Really nice effect. Man, he's flamboyant. He's secure with his body. You can go a bit past the edges of the screen. So I'm not sure if that's something they made to fix the invisible wall issue that comes with a lot of these games. So if that's the case, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. I remember criticizing this enemy on our Snupster episode of this. It's for the fact that you're not gonna know what it does when it comes up. So if you're too slow, it could nail you here. But now that I see it again, I think it really teaches you well how it works. There's a very minimal chance that you'll get hit the first time when you see this. And it kinda teaches you how that met works. So it's not too bad. But here it's just the positioning again. You wanna be here and check what the hedgehog does, but then the Met is gonna come from behind and nail you. So it's kinda the respawning there. Maybe they should only activate from the left side, not from the right side. Another thought into the positioning would help here. Nothing too bad though. And that teaches you how the spikes work. I was actually trying to climb this up, like this vine. It would have made sense to me to climb that up. Man, this stage is a bit like... Look at how much there's going on in this stage. I'll take a death here. I'm not sure how you would go through this stage without taking damage. I mean, look at that. Yeah, and even the birds are flying. Like, how would you dodge all of this? Look at this. So... Oh, you can kill them, okay. I didn't... Oh, you used the charge buster, okay. So that makes it a bit easier. I was like, okay, if you can't kill any of these, that's gonna make this hard. But no, you can kill them. Maybe it's because they look like spines to me. It's just embedded in my brain that maybe I can't kill them at all. That's my bad. So... That's a hard jump. So now that we know that we can kill the hedgehogs with the buster, that's good. Nice, you can shoot through the Cho's shield, which works as intended. It's nice. Yeah, it's probably the fact that the hedgehogs, they look like or whatever the hell they are, they look like spines, so my brain was like, you cannot shoot these. And maybe because your shots go through it if you're not charging, that's the other thing. Yeah, it's not as hectic. This guy reminds me of the enemy in Chip and Dale. You know, the things that are attached to these strings and go up and down. This kind of reminds me of those. If I am right, this is gonna launch some spikes at me when it dies. Let's see. Yep, bullets. Nice, you're in the back layer. That's kind of cool. Look at that. It's not something you see very often. I approve. Very nice looking water. That is extremely good looking. And the game taught us what happens when you go past these little mine-looking things. The spikes will come up. So teaching element is in its place again. Very nice. Secret here. Bunch of screws again. Like this game just hands out screws. I should probably say bolts. Yeah, hands out bolts, not screws. Actually, a bolt has more threads than a screw. Here we have the spine of the game. Nice design, I approve. Alright, Mets. Mega Man 1 Mets. So it's the design of a Mega Man 1 Met, but the bullets are extremely fast. Again, what I've been talking about on my series, don't have the same design for an enemy if it behaves differently. I'm not expecting that Met to fire bullets that fast. And look at how long it takes for it to fire them. He opens up and then it's like 1, 2, 3 and then he fires. You're not expecting this behavior as a veteran Mega Man player. So I would just keep the original design if you are not altering the looks of the enemy at all. So this is not something I approve of. And they take 2 hits as well, so not my favorite there. Nice little fish enemies. You can clearly see what they do. It's easy to adjust to. Here, just a question of placement. There you just have to trust your guts. But these Mets pretty much give you an opening to kill them before they launch the super fast bullets. So it kind of works out, but I'm still not a fan of using existing designs and then altering them without you knowing about it. That's not something I do in my game. This guy reminds me of, was it a monster in my pocket? No. Monster in my no, monster mad... Pocket in my monster... monsters ate my... nads? No, Monster Party, that's the game. This boss reminds me of the plant boss from that game. It's a well-designed boss, it clearly shows you what it's gonna do. Well animated, works out. If you get hit, it's your own fault, pretty much. Reacts to your movement, very well done. Fun mini-boss. There we go. Yeah, I was kinda expecting that you could climb these vines. Maybe that's just me. Sometimes there's a bit too much going on at the same time, like here. You just have to pay attention to too many enemies at the same time and it kinda gets on your nerves. Like there's so much going on. It's kinda like Plant Man staged, but upped the ante like twice. So here, gotta make that jump. There we go. Love the enemy design so far. The sprites are extremely well made in this game. Like everything is so beautiful. Of course the stage design as well. I mean, look at it. It's very good. Oh, that was close. Like that was an example of very well made hitboxes. Yep, that is just well made. The hitboxes are extremely good in this game. Alright, so here's the first critique for this game about having an opening where you can't go there. So just close this with a wall. Don't have an opening if you can't go there. It's just, it makes you look like an idiot. Again, openings here, left and right. There's probably been other openings in the game, but this is where it's extremely clear that they exist. And the same kind of issue than in a couple of other games made with Game Maker. The ladder grabbing is a bit strange. If you press up too soon, you end up in the same ladder. So the controls could use some tweaking here, so that doesn't happen. Alright, nice sky there, nice background. Loving it. That's a wide gap, we can make it. That is an even wider gap. Can you even make this jump? I'm wondering now. Holy hell, that's tight. I'm not sure if that's even like a bit too tight. So the axe weapon is kind of fun. You can fire it up and down as well. So it's kind of like the metal blades, only the size is a lot bigger. Like this weapon actually. Very well designed. It's fun to use. Like Mega Man should be all about fun to use weapons. Let's see if we can break the game. No, can't go there. That's good. Man, this fun weapon. The two weapons we have so far are very fun to use. But again, the gaps are a bit too wide. I think it's needless. Oh, look at that! The bush there goes in front of the health bar. But I guess that's what you get for doing such a cool thing. So I'll let it slide. It's nice that you can slide without standing up every time. Let's see if he takes. Yeah, here we found a weakness. It's cool. That was kind of strange. So does he? I don't like how he walks up to the wall and then follows your every move after that, because kind of. I think the hurt animation has one frame too much. Like it's blinking so much that it's kind of strange. It's not blinking as much on Mega Man. It's blinking more on the bosses. There we go. It's kind of hard to avoid this guy. I think the biggest weakness so far on these bosses are that they don't have as long telegraphs as I would like. Like it's like a few milliseconds and then they do their attacks. So I would prefer if there was more time to adjust to what they're doing. That way the fight would be more fluent. Like this guy barely gives me any time to react to his shots. It's like 1 millisecond he raises his arms, and the next millisecond he's already doing what his what the attack is. So give the player a bit more time to adjust on the enemy patterns. It's not gonna make it too easy, in my opinion. It's like I don't like how bosses follow you like that. You should never do that, because what ends up happening is they just like look at this. This should not be a thing. You should not make the boss follow your every move. That's extremely frustrating. And it'll make it so that you'll end up getting hit multiple times, and you can't get rid of that guy. It's like following you across the floor and next to the wall, and it's just gonna corner you. So if you're positioned wrong, he can just snap into your body, and that's pretty much it. So that's something that should be avoided. It's not a good design. It doesn't work out. Like there, like I can't get rid of this guy. He's just hugging me. But I do like that you don't lose your charge buster when you take a hit. That's good. But no, this is not like. This is the. I think this is the weakest boss so far. What comes to mechanics. Don't make the boss follow you like this. It's probably that I'm doing the pattern wrong, but who, like, not everyone is gonna care about the pattern. They just wanna kill the boss. And if the boss, like, snaps into your sprite, then that's just like, of course, it's your own fault for getting hit and getting stuck in him, but that problem would not exist if you didn't make him follow your every move. It probably has something to do with how he works, but it just ends up being confusing at times when he just clings on you. It's, there's a clear pattern to this guy, and I do like the design. You could easily learn this if you tried to. You could probably know-miss this as well. I mean, yes, you could. It's just a matter of learning. But that's the one thing I don't like about it, is that it snaps to you. It follows you too much. So that's the only issue this boss has. Yeah, like there. You can't jump over him if you're cornered. Always. You can sometimes do it. But not bad. Still not bad. I do enjoy that boss. Just minor improvements there. But that is my least favorite boss for now. If you agreed on what I said, leave a like, and if you disagreed, leave a dislike, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.